the world of the millionaire kings, where luxury isn't a choice, it's the standard. Here, light doesn't just come from the sun, but from gold-plated ceilings, diamonds on wine glasses, and the roar of jet engines from $100 million private planes. A single handshake can shake oil prices, and a single word can shift the global economy. The palace is a symbol of power. Supercars line up like a steel battalion, and the yachts host meetings that can decide the fate of an entire region. This isn't a movie. This is the golden empire of the Arab royals. They don't just live in wealth, they are the embodiment of absolute luxury. Welcome to Billionaire Signature, where the most extravagant secrets are revealed like never before. If you're fascinated by the world of power, diamonds, and multi-billion-dollar empires, don't forget to like and subscribe to join us on every luxurious journey. Let's begin with King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the monarch of serene beauty, where power hides behind a veil of absolute elegance and refinement. Amid the dazzling and dynamic Arab world, the King of Bahrain chooses a contrasting path. Quiet, composed, yet undeniably powerful. With a net worth of around $5 billion, he's not just the ruler of a nation, he is the guardian of royal identity in a modern era. The Al Sakhir Palace, his residence, isn't a gold-plated fortress. It's a tranquil oasis in the heart of the desert. White marble, Lebanese cedar wood, and traditional Islamic carvings blend together to create a serene space filled with purity and spiritual presence. Unlike many Gulf royals who embrace a flashy lifestyle, King Hamad invests in personal refinement. He owns a prestigious collection of purebred Arabian horses with his royal stud farm in Riffa, often called the Versailles of Middle Eastern horse racing. Each year he hosts the Bahrain Royal Cup, not just to celebrate heritage, but to reaffirm Bahrain's central role in Gulf culture. At sea, the super yacht Al Raya is more than a symbol of luxury. It's a floating diplomatic chamber where world leaders are hosted for confidential talks, ranging from oil deals to strategic alliances. Its interior is masterfully designed to conceal high-security meeting rooms, spaces where critical decisions are made, far from the public eye. In the skies, he doesn't just own a Boeing 747, dubbed a palace in the clouds, but also commands a Gulfstream G650ER, a $70 million private jet capable of flying non-stop from Manama to New York without refueling. This is more than transportation. It's a statement to the world, the stature and global reach of a top-tier head of state, a man who can cross oceans with a single decision. On his wrist, beyond the rare Richard Mille, he wears a special edition Patek Philippe Grandmaster chime, a timepiece reserved only for those who stand at the pinnacle of wealth and time itself. In his display cabinet lies a collection of jewel-encrusted Arabian swords, each dating back to the 18th century, every blade carrying the legacy of battles fought and dynasties past. Without needing to appear before the press, King Hamad still commands global attention because he represents a rare kind of power, the power of absolute control expressed through precision, not proclamation. In an era where many royals choose the path of flash and spectacle, he serves as a quiet reminder that true royalty doesn't need to stand out, for in stillness lies the highest form of majesty. In Qatar, nearly every aspect of life, from politics and economy to culture and sports, bears the imprint of Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. He is a monarch of the globalization era, where royalty is not just a traditional symbol, but a strategic force propelling a small nation onto the world stage. Among Gulf leaders, no one embodies the new generation of royal power more than Qatar's emir, Sheikh Tamim. Young and discreet, yet his influence stretches across the world's financial, sporting, and political power centers. As the heir to one of the world's wealthiest energy empires, he holds power not only in politics, but also in stadiums, stock markets, and trade negotiation rooms. With a personal fortune estimated at over $2 billion and a royal family wealth exceeding $270 billion, Sheikh Tamim is one of the richest heads of state on the planet. Yet unlike monarchs who favor flamboyance, he rules his empire with calculated calm, letting symbols speak on his behalf. At the heart of his luxury lies Dudley House in London, a royal estate restored by Europe's finest artisans. With 17 bedrooms, a ballroom larger than Buckingham Palace's banquet hall, a gallery of classical European art, and over $100 million worth of gilded interiors, this isn't just a residence, it's a cultural gem in the heart of Europe. In the skies, he travels aboard a $165 million Boeing Flying Palace, a floating royal residence outfitted with a GPS-aligned prayer room facing Mecca, soundproofed meeting chambers, and AI-controlled climate-adjusted sleeping quarters. A true aviation masterpiece, custom-built for a head of state in the New World Order. On the ground, his supercar collection is a mobile treasure trove. Beyond a rare red LaFerrari, Sheikh Tamim owns a Bugatti Divo, a Koenigsegg Jesko, and a one-off Aston Martin Valkyrie, masterpieces that exist only in the garages of true royal billionaires. Beyond his wealth, he was the driving force behind one of the most groundbreaking moves in global sports, Qatar's multi-billion-dollar investment to bring the 2022 World Cup to the Middle East for the first time in history. Sheikh Tamim didn't just bring sporting glory to the desert. He transformed sports into a powerful tool of soft diplomacy, elevating Qatar from a small nation to a focal point on the global stage. In the digital age, he doesn't chase the spotlight. Instead, Sheikh Tamim imprints his royal legacy onto every investment stream, every towering skyscraper, and every new energy transition policy. He is the embodiment of a modern monarch, where power doesn't need to shout, because even a whisper is enough to make the world listen. Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Sabah, the ruler of hidden treasures in a small nation with the power of an empire. Kuwait may appear as just a narrow strip along the Gulf on the world map, but under the reign of Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Sabah, it gleams like a jewel in the desert, a place where wealth doesn't need to be flaunted to command global respect. As the head of the Sabah royal family, one of the richest dynasties on earth, with an estimated fortune exceeding $360 billion, Sheikh Nawaf hasn't just inherited a throne. He safeguards and redefines royal power in the modern age. The Bayan Palace, the central seat of royal power, is no ordinary palace. Spanning an area twice the size of Disneyland and encompassing 18 gold-adorned buildings, Bayan is more like a miniature kingdom. Each grand hall is fit for a royal banquet. Every corridor lined with crimson velvet carpets leads to spaces bathed in crystal light. And at its heart lies the Amiri tent, an architectural marvel reserved for the highest state ceremonies. It is the beating heart of Kuwait's monarchy. Within the palace walls lies a royal vintage car collection that would make even Europe's finest automotive museums envious. A 1907 Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost, a classic Bentley Speed 6, and modern marvels like the Koenigsegg Jesko and Ferrari Monza SP2, all meticulously maintained in a museum-grade garage. But royal power doesn't stop on the ground. The fleet of custom-tailored Boeing aircraft serves as airborne royal command centers, each one outfitted as a sovereign office in the sky, complete with meeting rooms, private suites, and top-secret security systems. They are built for diplomacy, discretion, and global mobility. For the House of Sabah, luxury isn't the goal, it's the legacy. Every stone laid in the palace, every tire track in the desert, every flight soaring over the Gulf skies serves as a reminder. This is not merely a nation. This is the lifeblood of an ancient empire, flowing in pure gold. King Abdullah II of Jordan, a monarch defined by resilience, intellect, and timeless sophistication. If Sheikh Tamim represents modern ambition, then Abdullah II stands as the embodiment of classic stability, diplomatic wisdom, and innate royal grace. In a region marked by constant upheaval, he is a political lighthouse, guiding Jordan through undercurrents of unrest with the calm of a seasoned negotiator and the quiet strength of a true sovereign. With a personal fortune of around $750 million, King Abdullah isn't as flashy as some of his Gulf counterparts. Yet behind his reserved demeanor lies a world of luxury, shaped by refined British taste, a reflection of his time training with the British military and studying at Oxford. In Malibu, he owns a $33 million oceanfront estate overlooking the Pacific, featuring a sea-facing library, an antique wine cellar, and sprawling Mediterranean gardens, a serene retreat after his discreet diplomatic missions. In London, he holds a portfolio of prime properties in the prestigious Belgravia district, where neighbours include embassies, royals, and global billionaires. His greatest passion, however, lies in vintage cars and military technology. King Abdullah is a seasoned driver, having personally operated tanks and fighter jets during his military training. In his personal collection sits an ultra-rare Rolls-Royce Phantom 4, one of only 18 ever made, alongside an armoured Lamborghini LM002, once used by the royal family for special operations. He is also the founder of the Jordan Design and Development Bureau, JODDB, a pioneering institution that merges defense and technology, positioning Jordan as a trusted hub for regional security. This not only showcases his strategic vision, but also reflects a rare fusion of royal prestige and national tech-driven foresight. In a world where royalty is increasingly blending into modernity, Abdullah II stands firm, not just as a king, but as a living symbol of 21st century monarchy, intelligent, resilient, and unshakably poised. And finally, the most powerful monarch on this list, Mohammed VI, the regal king of Morocco, where art, tradition, and authority converge into a living symbol of majesty. Amid the radiance of legendary Arab dynasties, King Mohammed VI of Morocco stands out, not only for his royal lineage, but for his ability to redefine luxury in a way that is both timeless and modern. With a personal fortune estimated at $5.7 billion, he is not just a ruler, he is the guardian and revitalizer of the millennia-old heritage of the Maghreb Kingdom, a crossroads of Europe, Africa, and the Islamic world. The royal palace in Rabat, where he resides and governs, is a living masterpiece. Unlike the glitzy, gold-laden palaces of the Gulf, this residence radiates elegance through its serene Moorish architecture, Andalusian-patterned domes, hand-carved cedarwood ceilings, marble-veined fountains, and classical Persian-style gardens, all forming a timeless symphony of history and refined sophistication. But Rabat is only the visible tip of his power. The king also owns a collection of palaces in Marrakesh, Casablanca, and Fez, where every zellige tile is hand-cut and placed with precision, and every corridor reflects sunlight at angles so exact they resemble living paintings. These are not mere residences, they are living museums of Moroccan artistry, guarded by history and pride. At sea, the Vitus Wal, a 240-foot yacht crafted by Italy's renowned Perini Navi, serves as his floating kingdom. Featuring royal suites, Burmese teak decks, open-air dining spaces, and an invisible security system, this vessel is far more than transportation. It's a wave-gliding fortress of luxury. His car collection could humble even the world's finest automotive museums, from a pearl-coated Rolls-Royce Dawn and a Bentley Flying Spur Speed to a high-performance Aston Martin Vanquish and a classic 1970 Mercedes-Benz 600 Pullman, the latter once auctioned to support children's charities across North Africa. Which royal figure impressed you the most? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Every perspective adds a new layer to the story of royalty. If the world of kings and queens leaves you in awe with its unmatched wealth and real power, don't forget to like, subscribe to Billionaire Signature, and share this video with others who are drawn to the upper echelon of life. We'll be back with more real stories about people, power, and the secrets behind the splendor. Every journey holds something worth discovering, and you are part of that journey.